Hey boys and girls, Miss Shlu here with the next chapter of Junie B. Jones Loves Handsome Warren. Right here, and we read chapter 1 yesterday. And on the cover, I don't know if I ever showed you the cover, you see Junie B. and then there's Handsome Warren. Chapter 2 is called Pigs. Lucille sits next to me in room 9. I kept on being nice to her, because I wanted to meet that handsome boy, of course. Want to be friends again, Lucille, huh? Want to be friends like we used to be? That would be nice of us, don't you think? No, said Lucille. You only want to be friends so you can steal my boyfriend. I did a big breath for her. Yeah, only, how can I even steal him, Lucille? I asked. 'Cause you are way beautifuler than me. Remember that? Remember how beautifuler you are than me? Lucille remembered. She fluffed herself. Then she showed me her new lacy socks. $8.50, not including tax, she said. I bugged my eyes out at those socks. Wow! Those are some fancy feet you have there, madam, I said. After that, I showed Lucille my socks. See, Lucille, see mine? They're very sagging and droopy. That's because last night, me and my dog Tickle played tug-of-war with those things, and he got drooly on them. Lucille made a face. Ew, she said. I know they're ew. I said, that's what I've been trying to tell you, Lucille. I'm a big pig, and so how can I even steal your boyfriend? Just then, Lucille looked nicer at me, and I scooted my chair closer to her. And here's Junie B. showing Lucille her yucky dog drooly socks. Now, are we friends again? Right, Lucille? I said, and so now you can introduce me to Handsome Warren, because I won't even steal that guy. Lucille fluffed herself some more. I don't know. I'll think about it, she said. I clapped my hands real thrilled. Yay! I stood up quick on my chair. Grace! Hey, Grace, I hollered. Lucille said she'll think about it. Just then, I heard a different voice. Junie B. Jones, what do you think you're doing? It was my teacher. Her name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like to call her Mrs. I smiled, kind of nervous. I'm trying to get a message to Grace, I said very soft. Mrs. hurried to my table. Never, ever stand up in your chair, Junie B., she said. You could fall off and break something. Yeah, shouted a meanie boy named Jim. She could break the floor with her hard head. Here's the picture of Junie B.'s classroom. You can see Mrs. and Grace and Lucille and Junie B. and Meanie Jim. Meanie Jim's all the way in the back. I made a fist at that kid. Plus, also, I could break your whole entire bean brain, I hollered back. Mrs. plopped me back in my seat. That's enough, she grouched. I mean it, Junie B. Not another word. After that, I stayed in my chair very good, and I did my work. I did my arithmetic. That's another word for math. I did my spelling and my printing. I also drew a sausage patty on my arm. Only that wasn't even an assignment. That is called working on your own. Pretty soon, Mrs. clapped her loud hands together. Okay, everyone, it's almost time for recess. Pass in your papers and line up at the door. Mrs. looked at me. And please, let's be ladies and gentlemen about it. Ladies and gentlemen means no trampling thy neighbor. It's in the 10 Commandments, I think. Me and Lucille held hands. Now, you're going to introduce me, right, Lucille? Now I'm going to get to meet that handsome boy. Just then, that Grace runned up behind me. I was happy to see her. Grace, guess what? Lucille is going to introduce us to Handsome Warren, 'cause you and me are big pigs, that's why. That Grace looked upset at me. I'm not a big pig, she said. I quick whispered in her ear. Yeah, only we're not really big pigs, Grace. We just have to say we're big pigs, or else Lucille thinks we're going to steal her boyfriend. Get it? That Grace got it. I am a giant stink hog, she said to Lucille. And so after that, all of us skipped to the swing, very happy. We sat down and waited for room 8 to come out. We waited a real long time. Then all of a sudden, room 8 opened their door and Handsome Warren came out of there. Lucille ran to him and grabbed his hand. She pulled him to the swings to meet us. That is Grace, and that is Junie B. Jones, she said to Handsome Warren. He waved very cute and friendly. I quickly hid behind my hands, because all of a sudden I felt shy about that guy. I peeked through my fingers. Peekaboo, I see you, I said. Then I laughed and laughed, because I'm a laugh a minute, that's why. I kept on laughing at that funny joke, only too bad for me, because after a while I couldn't even stop. I was out of control, I think. I holded onto my sides and I fell onto the ground. Then I rolled and laughed and rolled and laughed all around in the grass. Handsome Warren looked nervous at me, and he backed up. "What a nutball," he said very soft. Then he turned around and walked away, and Lucille and that Grace walked away with him. And here's the last picture of this chapter with Handsome Warren, Lucille, and Grace, and then there's Junie B on the ground just laughing. Okay, that is the end of chapter 2. Chapter 3 is called Not a Nutball. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow for our next chapter. Junie B. Jones loves Handsome Warren. Bye!